Right guys, thanks for watching. I just want to make this quick video concerning the throne of David in the UK. Now, I made a video about this when I was doing my King William series. I think it was probably 2014, because I remember doing it before Passover. And I was born again like sort of around New Year, so around March of 2013. So I don't think that I would have had the knowledge and been able to do the videos before Passover, which is obviously usually in April. So I think it was 2014. So I've already made a video for this, but I just wanted to do a bit of a recap and a bit of an update as well, I suppose, because still stands. I mean, look for the throne of David, which I've always believed the throne of David is the one that's in the House of Lords. If you look at it or look at them, his and hers, you've got the Lions of Judah, which it came from Israel. It came from Israel. It was overthrown to Ireland, and then you've got the Harps of David on it. That's how Ireland got the emblem of harps. It was the Harps of David from the throne. And then it was overthrown again to Scotland, the Scooter family, Scootland. And then it was overthrown to England, and where it stays now with the family of the Antichrist, the Scarlet Beast Empire. And so you'll see that on the throne. The throne's there and they're all decked in gold. Now, the prophecy was that watch for them to be moved before the throne of God hits. Because, I mean, London is literally zero. The House of Lords, Buckingham Palace, or London, the city of London, is literally 0 meters above sea level. They literally have gates to keep the sea out. So imagine what's going to happen when the throne hits. The whole earth flips upside down, all the tectonic plates are moving up and down. I mean, it would not be a place you'd want to be. And if the UK sinks by 20 meters, London's gone. If the UK sinks by 40 meters, it's really gone. And so, but the thing is, the throne is in the House of Lords. Now, I believe that they'll move the throne before the throne of God, NIBIRU, comes down from the heavens to pass over the earth at the sixth seal. I believe they'll move the throne. Yeah? Now, but there was, and also they've got Jacob's stone, the pillar that he put his head on and had his vision. They also have that, though they claim to have that. It probably goes back to the time where, of the Knights Templars, But they claim to have the Jacob's pillar. I think they call it something like the Stone of Destiny, but that is kept separate. That's kept in Scootland. I believe, I was told anyway, it was in the Edinburgh Castle, and it's amazing. In fact, the royal family, I believe, have more connection to Scotland than anywhere than England. Freemasonry, that's where it all started. when the Queen died, look what happened. They went to Scotland. Then Charles as well, Scotland. After he was king, he went to Scotland. He went to a Masonic lodge, the Freemason lodge there. So Scotland plays a big part, and the Stone of Destiny, Jacob's Pillar, is there in Edinburgh Castle. But Edinburgh Castle's knackered as well. During the pole shift, it's not high enough. It's also an extinct volcano, and so is Arthur's Seat, which is in the same place. Both volcanoes. So during the time of the throne coming, it may be that they might want to move Jacob's Pillar. So that's a separate thing, but the throne is the main thing. And so that's up in Scootland. And so, but the throne, here's another discrepancy though, is that the throne of the coronation throne, which you see the whip out, it's the old wooden one. Now, it's the throne of David, the one in the House of Lords, decked in gold with the harps of David and the Lions of Judah on it. Or is it the wooden one? I was thinking, because you don't want to get deceived or caught out. But the thing is, that I believe it's in London as well. I think it's Westminster Abbey it's kept. So that's knackered as well during pole shift. So I believe that you'll see something happen with the thrones before the throne of God, NIBIRU, passes over, before extinction level event comes. So just keep an eye out. And, don't be deceived by their stories, because maybe they'll want to have a reason to move it. That's how they work. Problem, action, solution, or goal. Goal, move the throne to a higher ground. They could even move the throne to a different country. Charles, if he wanted, he could go and take his throne now and go, oh, I'm going to put it in Canberra in Australia because it's warmer. You know what I mean? But they own Australia. Nobody can say anything for that. If he wants to go and set up his throne in Australia, he can do that. If he wants to go and set up his throne in Canada, he can do that. If he wants to go and set up his throne in Cyprus, he can do that, or any of the countries in Africa. They own them countries. They don't have alliances and, or powwow with the governments. They own them countries. So if he wants to say, oh, I'm going to live in the palace in Canada, they can do that. So just be wary, the throne moving. There'll be a reason. But, if they wanted to... The thought that was in my mind is that maybe they'll be in an event, like a false flag event, like that movie, London Has Fallen. They literally blow up Big Ben. You see the big clock tower, Big Ben? Well, guess what? That is the House of Lords. That's where the throne is. All right, so it might be an event where they control, blow up the Big Ben or whatever, and then say, well, the building's unstable and stuff, or let's move the throne out of here. Do you see what I mean? And then where it goes to, I don't know. Would it go to a different country even? Or there is another option, and this could be what's going to happen, is that Balmoral Castle. So you've got London, which is 0 meters above sea level, or minus even. But then you've got Balmoral Castle, which is 200 meters above sea level in Scotland as well. I think it's in Scotland. Pretty sure it's in Scotland. Balmoral Castle, and it's like 200 meters above sea level. They go there for their little outings and stuff and their holidays, but they don't dwell there. The throne's not there either. But it could well be that that's what happens, is that they move the throne to Balmoral Castle. Interestingly enough, is that where in the movie The Day After Tomorrow, when all the shit's hitting the fan, and you see the effects of trumpet number 2, they don't tell you the truth, but they don't tell you that La Palma volcano had collapsed on the other side of the Atlantic, and that's why. But you see the after effect. You see the mega tsunami that comes in that shall destroy a third part of the ships. So it's just wash away the East Coast and Florida and the Caribbeans and all into the Gulf, Mexico, and anything along the coast. It'll just smash it all away. Like a third part of the ships were destroyed. Anyway, in that movie, when they go and pick up the Queen, they don't pick her up from Buckingham Palace. They don't land in Trafalgar Square or anything. No, they pick her up from Balmoral Castle. Now,
got steerable visibility. Maintain heading and speed.
What's our heading?
035, sir. Approximately 40 kilometers from Balmoral Castle.
now they drop in a hint that their plan is, before shit hits the fan, like really hits the fan, they're going to be in Balmoral Castle. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, obviously these are things to come, and these are like maybes. But it's not maybe to me. I mean, what are they going to do? Wait until the throne hits, leave the throne, leave their earthly thrones there, wait for the UK to go underneath the sea, and then send divers to retrieve the thrones afterwards? I don't think so. You know, and them thrones and that rock is like sacred to them. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, common sense would say to me that they would move the thrones before NIBIRU hits the earth, before extinction level event. So, like I said, this is a maybe, but try and remember this. Like, and when you see it happen, then just think, oh shit, this means that extinction level event, the throne is going to hit at any time. And like I said, don't believe their bullshit stories, and don't believe any, if you see a false flag event, you know, happening around the House of Lords or Big Ben or whatever, then don't believe that that it's problem, you know, false flag, explosion, whatever. Action, move the throne, result, throne being in a secure, higher place, for the, you know, throne coming through and the trumpet judgments and everything else. Because they're going to transplant that throne back to Israel and maybe put the throne inside the temple as well. Because there is scripture that says that Jesus Christ, he would be given the throne of his father David. See, there's the other thing, is that when Jesus came, his first coming, he could not be king of the Jews and sit on the throne of Israel. Guess why? The throne wasn't there. It was in the British Isles. It was in the British Isles. Jesus couldn't have been king because the throne was in Britain. Do you know what I mean? But it says that he will sit on the throne of his father David. So somehow that throne, whether it be the one in the House of Lords or whether it be the one in Westminster Abbey, is it? They're going to have to be transplanted to Israel at some point. So just watch. And if you when you see the throne moving, even if they just move it to Balmoral Castle high up for, you know, the extinction level event, then just know, oh, this is a last minute thing. You know, he's right at the door. The throne of God is going to hit at any time. But I mean, you'll know at that time, if you've been looking at my stuff and taking it in, you'll know the seals, the Antichrist is crowned king. Then they're going to war outbreak. They're going to start World War III. The markets are going to collapse. The Dome of the Rock is going to be destroyed off the Temple Mount. America's going to be taken down. And then seal 5, the cry up to God. The people are then going to realize that this is it. And then the throne of God is going to hit the earth at the 6th seal on a full moon. And that is going to be all she wrote. I believe that whole seals is going to be like 40 days long. 40 days like Nineveh. Nineveh was given 40 days from the beginning to the end. So I believe from the beginning of the seals to the end where the throne hits, it's going to be 40 days. So yeah, just a quick one. When you see that throne moving, just know, oh shit, extinction level event is literally probably round the corner. But you know, it's not to say that it's right round the corner. Like I say, it could be that it could be Charles that moves the throne. But there again, the coronation may not be in London. I just have to wait and see. But like I said, keep your eyes open, and when you see that throne moving, which I presume like common sense would tell you they'd move the throne before the throne of God NIBIRU hits, it'd be common sense to me, like, so watch out for it. And anyway, God bless you all. I've been Pastor Prophet Justin Roberts from End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all in Jesus' mighty name, amen.